Hey guys, this is me Amal back again with another video. Hope you guys are doing really well, having a fantastic day, killing every moment of it. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, you can subscribe to the channel using that red subscribe button. It will cost you nothing, but it will be a matter of great motivation for me to make more videos like this. So if you haven't watched the previous part of the video, I will put in top of this screen over here so that you can click on it and go to watch that video. So this video is the second part, which a guy asked me on Instagram that his result or his gains has been decreasing after he has been working out for like 4 months. So that's about it. In this part, I will be talking about the calories. It specifically asked me how much calories he has to eat to gain this amount of lean mass. So the answer is I don't know. And if you have seen anybody, any on Instagram, any personality, business personality who is telling you gotta eat this much thing and this much that to gain this much fat, it is most probably a complete fraud, because each person is different. 500 calories for me will be totally different for 2400 calories for you, and it will be different for another person. So one thing which is most important is that the demographics play a very important role in how your body reacts to different kind of foods, etc, etc. Maybe a person who is living in a far-reach Arctic circle, the Inuits, they can eat a lot of fatty content, fat and all, and they can be totally fine. They don't have any heart disease or anything. And if you come to place where I am in the Asia, we eat a lot of carbohydrates, and there are a lot of people who doesn't have any kind of type 2 diabetes or anything like that. That doesn't mean that a person in the West can eat that much amount of calories, carbohydrates, and doesn't have type 2 diabetes. So it is all matter of fact on the food preferences and all. So what I recommend is that you should buy this thing. This is a small food scale. It is really cheap to buy. In India it's like 250 rupees. It's a really cheap one which I got. So what you can do is that measure everything you eat and note down. So you can use Google it and use app to know how much amount of calories in particular food you eat, so and how much protein in it. The first and most important thing you must note, as I earlier said, is the protein intake. You must take 1 gram per body weight, that is in pounds. If you are a 75 kilogram man, you gotta eat at least, for me it's 150 grams of protein each day. So that is what you should measure the first. So the rest of thing you can add in with carbohydrates and fats, a little amount of fats, healthy fats, olive oil, coconut oil, almonds, any nuts like that. So this is what I recommend. So this doesn't, there is no show off or anything like that. There is no customized plan, there is no proprietary food or anything. So whatever you can eat is what you can eat. So there is no specific diet. A diet is something which you can follow. There is no point of following any fancy fat diet over there and you will break down and get a fat, or you will lose all the muscle or anything like that. So the one thing is that you should follow a kind of diet which you can stay faithful consistently for a long period of time. So that will be most probably the food you eat from your home, or the food preference you got from your parents, etc, etc. So you can always add on like chicken, egg whites, and etc to increase the protein intake. So the advice to you is buy this thing. So measure your whatever you're eating, how much calories, add 200 or 300 calories over the top of it. First is the protein intake. Protein always stays the constant. Rest of it you can add it carbs to have a caloric surplus of 200 or 300 calories. Continue that for a week and measure your weight. If you're increasing, if you feel strong on the gym, and if your weight is increasing, and if you can feel good, and if you can really see the changes in your body, continue with it. Or if you want to gain, if you want to gain more weight than that, increase a couple of 100 calories and do the same thing. That is the only consistent, or maybe the best way you can to increase or decrease the weight. So if you want to decrease, do the thing reverse. Decrease the calories, protein intake being the constant. So that is what I recommend. There is no other fad diet or anything which you can eat to gain that amount of length. If anyone is recommending any of you guys that you have to follow that certain diet to get that specific goal, it is gonna be complete BS. So that is it for the video. Hope it is really helpful, and this is something which I personally felt it is being good. So that's it for the video, and if you have any more doubts, always you can DM me on Instagram. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching. That is hitting each muscle group one times a day in a week. So that is not much, and my friends, hitting a muscle part 2 times a week is much appropriate, induces much greater stimulus to the muscle, so much greater growth rather than hitting once a week. So I would personally suggest you hit a muscle group twice a week rather than hitting it once a week, that is you usually do in BroSplit. So what I did was I incorporated a program by Dr. Jim Stefani. It is Shortcuts to Size program. So it is actually hitting a muscle group a week, but I switched it up and I hit a muscle group 2 times a week, but I followed that periodization which he recommended. So 2 things, switching at the proton and periodization, is the 2 things which I have incorporated, which gave me results. So as my friends, okay. And the result, I am not talking about a tremendous result. I mean, I have known a lot of people who has been depressed by that. They are not listening, who has quit gym. I know people who are on gear and who look worse than me. I know people on gear who has much less training experience than me, looking much better than me. So that is the 2 options. So naturally, if you want to gain muscle, one way is switching up the training protocol. Second thing is increase your protein intake. So this is gonna be the video. And the next thing that guy asked about is how much calories he has to make. I mean, simply, I cannot say if your height is this much, you have to eat this much calories. It all depends on all your exercise routine, what is your NET, non-exercise, thermogenesis, etc. and etc. So what I suggest will be on the next video. For that, make sure to subscribe. Until then, thanks for watching.